Hello, students, and welcome back to class. I just want to say how pleased I am with the work that's being done by this class. Showing your work the way you are, learning how to show your work, is going to be so beneficial to you as we move forward in this class and you move forward to future math classes. In this video, we'll review the three kinds of problems concerning fractions that we've looked at so far. First, can you write each of these mixed numbers as an improper fraction? Here's the steps. I know that the denominator remains a 3. To get the numerator, it's 7 times 3 plus 1. 7 times 3 plus 1. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 1 is 22. 7 1/3 is the same as 22/3. What I write down here in red, you don't have to write that. You do this in your head. Let's try number 2. To change 20 3/4 into an improper fraction, I keep the denominator, and then it's 20 times 4 plus 3. 20 times 4 is 80, plus 3 is 83, 83/4. Here's the way I want you to show it on your notebook paper. You write the problem down, put the answer next to it. What I write down here in red is optional. We got the 83 by going 20 times 4 plus 3. 20 times 4 plus 3. 20 times 4, that's 80, plus 3 is 83. Here's a chance for you to pause the video, try these three, and then start the video back up and compare your work to mine. Let's change 3 5/8 into an improper fraction. I keep the denominator, then it's 3 times 8 plus 5. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 plus 5 is 29. For 1 9/10, keep the denominator. Then 1 times 10 plus 9. 1 times 10 is 10, plus 9 is 19. For 2 3/5, there's my denominator. Now 2 times 5 plus 3. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 3 is 13. These problems are exactly backwards from the first set of problems. Now we've got improper fractions, we're rewriting them as mixed numbers. First thing I know, my denominator never changes. A denominator of 5 here, denominator of 5 here. How do I get the numerator? Well, I check and see how many times 5 divides into 12. How many times does 5 go into 12? It'll fit in there 2 times. The 2 goes there. Now 2 times 5 is 10. Leaving a remainder of 2. That 2 goes there. What did I do? I copied the 5. How many times does 5 go into 12? It goes in 2 times, with 2 left over. Let's try the same thing on number 7. I know my denominator will be 7. How many times does 7 go into 33? 7 goes into 33 4 times. 4 times 7 is 28. From 33, that's a remainder of 5. When you work these problems, write the problem down, put the answer beside it. Showing this work is optional. If you can do the red part in your head, that's great. How did we get 4 5/7? I copy the 7. Then I check to see how many times 7 goes into 33. 7 goes into 33 4 times. That's where the 4 comes from. 4 times 7 is 28. And when I subtract, I get a remainder of 5. That's where the 5 comes from. Okay, your turn. Pause the video, try these 3 on your own, and then check them against my work. All right, let's try it. I know my denominator will be 4. How many times does 4 go into 9? It goes in 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8. 8 subtracted from 9 leaves a remainder of 1. Got it. Same steps on number 9. Keep that denominator of 10. Now, how many times does 10 go into 21? 10 goes into 21 2 times. 2 times 10 is 10. 10 subtracted from 21 leaves a remainder of 1. Beautiful. Let me keep my denominator of 7. Now think, how many times does 7 go into 38? 7 goes into 38 5 times. Because 5 times 7 is 35. And 35 subtracted from 38 leaves a remainder of 3. These look great. Reducing is the third kind of problem that we've worked on with fractions. In your book, the instruction will say to simplify, but simplify in this case really means to reduce. To reduce, can you think of a number that divides into both 24 and 30? Well, they're both even numbers, so they're certainly divisible by 2. When I divide by 2, 24 divided by 2 is 12. 30 divided by 2 is 15. If I stop here, I haven't reduced it completely, because 12 and 15, that'll reduce again. They're both divisible by 3. If I divide the top by 3 and divide the bottom by 3, 12 divided by 3 is 4, 15 divided by 3 is 5. 24 over 30 reduces to 4/5. Show your work just like this. Although the things I put in red, if you can do that in your head, all the better. Now you may say, hey, wait a minute. I think I can do the same problem, but faster. If you happen to notice that 24 and 30 are both divisible by 6, then you can reduce this problem in just one step. 24 divided by 6 is 4. 30 divided by 6 is 5. That's even quicker. I would give full credit to either answer. Now for number 12, it might be helpful to rewrite the problem before we start. I'll put 8 and x in the top. In the bottom, 10 and x to the third power means x times x times x. Now I'm going to reduce the number part first, the 8 and the 10. 8 and 10 are both even numbers, so I know they're divisible by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 10 divided by 2 is 5. Now for the x's, there's an x here in the top that perfectly cancels one of the x's in the bottom. When those cancel, I have no x's left in the top. I have 2 x's left in the bottom. So my best final answer is 4 over 5x squared. Showing your work like this is perfect. Although again, the things I do in red, you can do in your head. Here's 3 for you to try. Pause the video, work out these 3, and then turn on the video and compare your work to mine. On number 13, 25 and 40, well, I know that any number that ends in a 5 or a 0, is automatically divisible by 5. 25 divided by 5 is 5. 40 divided by 5 is 8. 25 over 40 is the same as 5/8. 24 over 36. Those are divisible by lots of different numbers. I know they're both divisible by 2. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 36 divided by 2 is 18. Those numbers are both even. I could divide those both by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 6 and 9 are both divisible by 3. This is a lot of steps. 6 divided by 3 and 9 divided by 3. 24 over 36 reduces all the way down to 2/3. Now, if you're really good at reducing, we could do this in one step. If you notice that 24 and 36 are both divisible by 12, then we can do this problem very quickly. 24 divided by 12 is 2. 36 divided by 12 is 3. Doesn't matter how many steps it takes to get to the final answer, so long as you get to the final answer. Now 15 I'm going to rewrite. The top is 6m squared, which means m times m. The bottom, 15m. Let's do the numbers first. 6 and 15 are each divisible by 3. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now for the m's. Well, there's an m in the bottom, which perfectly cancels one of the m's in the top. So in my final answer, there's no m's left in the bottom. There's one m left in the top. 2m over 5, that's a great final answer. All right, your turn. Go do some homework. I'll see you later on today.